Have you ever thought about how you could stay in a perpetual flow of prosperity? Have you ever seen, like, sometimes in your life you are constantly manifesting and creating money? Like, no matter where you turn, there's money, money, money. And then all of a sudden it just stops. Like, out of nowhere, it's like, I was manifesting so much money, and then boom, like, there's no money. Nothing's happening. I want to talk to you about how you can change that and how you can be in a perpetual flow of prosperity. All right, guys, welcome back. I am so glad that you are here. Thank you for being here. If you are new here, my name is Fran. I am also known as the Miracle Manifester. I am a spiritual business and life coach. I am a manifestation and prosperity coach who teaches you how to live your best and grandest life through manifestation and connecting spirituality with the physical world to bring things to life simply. If that resonates with you, stick around and let's jump into it. All right, so as I said in the beginning, you guys can kind of tell what this video is about. It's about money. It's about being able to attract and manifest money consistently. A lot of you reach out to me and say, you know what, Fran, I've been able to do this like a little bit. I've been able to have money come, but then money just stops. And that happens sometimes when we're out of alignment with what we're trying to attract in our life. So let me just tell you a little bit about that. What I mean by that is that there are times that we are in a flow of abundance. Like, we're calling it in, we feel good about it, we're happy about it. And then here's another thing about money. Like, the more money we have, the happier we are, right? We're in a vibration of money because money's coming and you feel it and you see it. And so you're attracting it. But how do you stay in that state even when money does not seem to be flowing as positively or as quickly as we want it to be? I'm going to tell you, one of the things that you have to do is be in a state of understanding that your prosperity is unlimited. Like, there is no way that you cannot have money. There's just no way that you cannot have money. You have to have the mindset that money has to come. Money is unlimited and it has to come. One of the ways that you stay in that state of mind is to constantly remind yourself that money is abundant. There is more than enough money. I always have enough money. And you have to do that until you feel that in your spirit. You have to feel that money is mine for the asking. There is no other way. There's no other lifestyle that I'm going to live. You have to get to a point where you're not accepting anything less than what you're asking for and what you desire. Once you get into the energy of money, money will come to you when you call it. Right? But if you're in a lax state or a limited state where you're feeling like there's not enough money, I don't know why these people aren't buying my products, I don't know why my boss won't give me a raise, I don't know why I don't have enough money to pay my bills, you're calling all of that stuff into your energetic vibration. And that stuff is being sent out into the universe. Not only is it being sent out into the universe, it's multiplying and returning back to you. Staying in a flow of prosperity means having a prosperity consciousness, right? Like, I can tell you that I know that there is no way that I just cannot have money, and not just a little money, a lot of money. There is money in the universe. There's money for me. There's no way that I can't have it. There's no way that my business is not making money. These are the things that I say to myself. My business is making money. It's always making money. I deserve massive compensation in this world. I have great products. Everything that I do prospers and succeeds. I speak these things constantly, which raises my prosperity vibration as well as keeps me in a space of receiving, right? I don't use certain words. Like, I don't use words like, I don't have no money. Oh, that's so expensive. Who can afford that? There are just things that I don't say because those things are not aligned with a prosperity vibration, right? I remind myself that luxury is my standard, that I have no other choice but to be first class, that there's no other way. And what you're doing at that point is you are creating a paradigm shift, right? Because if you come from a place of lack and limitation, that's your natural state of abundance right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Lack. There is no abundance. That's your natural state of abundance. If you feel like this is just my life and there's not going to be anything better, then basically you're telling God, okay, I'm settling. This is it. I'll take it. Right? You're telling the universe, I'll take this. This is all that there is. So you know what happens? Money stops flowing in your life. It's like you turned off the faucet. But once you get into that vibration of, I am so worthy of this. Like, I am so worthy of all the good things. I am worthy of this big fat bank account. I am worthy of having all the money that I can spend. I deserve to fly first class. I deserve to have a beautiful home. I deserve to have a dynamic car. I deserve to have nice clothes and nice things. That is my divine birthright, and that is all that I will accept. I'm not accepting anything else. Only great and amazing things. That's it. You have to have a prosperity standard, period. If you don't have a standard of prosperity, then the universe is going to just throw you whatever you're used to, or it's going to throw you whatever you'll accept. You have to state what you will accept. This is my standard. I will not have less than, or I don't settle for less than this. If you want to have $10,000 in your bank account at all times, $10,000 in my bank account is my standard. And you have to stand on that until it shows up, because it will show up. That's the thing about being in the flow of perpetual prosperity, is that it will start to show up for you. I remember when I was in a place of having just enough. Right? Like, I would have just enough money to pay my bills, just enough to make sure all of my, every bill was paid, but there was no overflow. I had no overflow. And I remember saying, I want to live in a land of overflow. I want to have plenty, plenty, plenty. I want to have more than enough. I want to have enough to do everything that I need to do and everything that I desire to do. I want to live in the land of overflow. So I started speaking overflow over my life. Everything I said was, I have more than enough. I have more than enough. I am in overflow. There is always money in my bank account. My credit cards are paid in full. Money comes to me in the mail. I receive unexpected checks every single day. Money just finds me. And you know what? It found me. When you see people that are wealthy, when you see people that are rich, you never see somebody like Kim Kardashian running around talking about, well, I don't know if we're going to have money next week, or I don't know if we're going to have even another season of the Kardashians. I mean, how long have they been on? For 15, 20 years? Do you think that they ever think that they're not going to have another season? No, they're in that flow of, this is going to happen. When you are manifesting and creating things in your life, you have to be so confident in the fact that this is happening. There's no other way. It has to happen. It's going to happen. And it is happening. There is no difference in money. Whether you're manifesting $5, $500, $5,000, it takes the same effort. So why not ask for what you truly desire? If you know you want $5,000 a week, ask for $5,000 a week. Don't ask for what you think you can have, because what you're doing at that point is you're limiting the universal flow. You're basically saying, well, universe, I really desire to have this much money, but I think that you're probably only going to give me this much money. When the law is that what you ask for, you shall receive, believing that you shall receive it. So You can't ask for $5,000 and in your prosperity vibration, you're like, I'm probably only going to give 500. Because you can't fool the universe. You cannot fool the divine alignment of spirit. It knows what you're asking for. The universe is already in alignment with whatever it is that you desire, but you got to get clear about that. And once you get clear that you are prosperous, you are always prosperous, there is no other way except for you to be prosperous, that prosperity is yours and it's always yours and it's always coming, I will guarantee you that prosperity will show up for you. Tell you a little story. I remember when I first started tithing, right? You guys know that I talk about tithing all the time. Firm believer in tithing. I just am a firm believer in tithing. And I remember hearing people saying, I tithe myself to wealth. I sowed these seeds and God just kept giving and kept prospering and kept prospering. And that was hard for me to believe, right? I was just like, I don't know about that. Right? Okay. But then one day when I was like at the limit and was like, okay, I've tried it all. I'm going to try this. I made a commitment to God. I said, I'm going to tithe. I'm going to tithe even when I feel like I can't tithe. I'm going to tithe and I'm going to trust you because what you give, you shall receive. It's law. It's written. There's a law of giving and receiving. We'll talk about that one day. Anyway, I started tithing. And I remember one day tithing $41.11. Because that was what my tithe was. It was $41.11. And I remember in 6 hours, I received $111.11. Right? And I was like, okay, all right. So I was excited, right? Turned around, tithe $11.11 because it's 10%, right? The next day I received $111.11. And I tithe that. The next day I received $1,022 and some change. And I was like, okay. I stood on my promise, but every time I tithe, I felt prosperous. And every time the money came back, I felt prosperous. So it was raising my vibration of prosperity. Now for you, it may not be tithing. It may be something else. But you have to be in a divine alignment with a state of prosperity. What makes you feel prosperous? Whatever makes you feel prosperous, do that. Say things, speak prosperity over your life. And I guarantee you that if you are consistent in this practice, you will be in a flow of perpetual prosperity. However, if you are not consistent, see, things happen when we're consistent. Be consistent in something so you can see the results. A lot of times we quit before we can see the results because we get frustrated. But I guarantee you this, prosperity is your birthright. It is your birthright and you are supposed to be prosperous. And the minute you lock and load that and you realize it, prosperity will be yours. Try it. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye for now.